Hello everyone, welcome to Roma Theory. What is the thoughts on that Champions League final? City won. I think Inter deserved though. I think it was a pretty boring final, but obviously it's that classic final where you have an underdog which has to try and limit the standards of the best team in Europe, and it ended up being a pretty. I wouldn't call it a boring game, but a pretty not an enthusiastic game. But yeah, City won. Fair play to them. Today, let's speak about a few things because Roma have started contacts with Scamacca, and this is significant. This is something which we will talk about today, the main topic of today's stream. But you know what? I have to be very honest here. I can't start this stream without giving my fair play to Aouar. My respect for Aouar, not only because he signed for my team, but after listening to his first interview, he already speaks Italian better than Antonio Cassano. It's incredible, and I think he deserves a round of applause because he's presented himself really well. Because in that interview, he said a very important thing. Obviously, he spoke Italian in his first interview, and the journalist asked him, how come you know Italian so well? And he said, well, I need to respect the fans, the club which I'm about to play for, and the environment which I'm about to play in. And I think I need to respect the country. I'm going to learn Italian. And fair play to him, because that is how you present yourself in a new team. Great professionalism. Fair play to him. Cannot wait to see him play. Really, congratulations to him because he speaks better. He speaks better than what? He speaks Italian better than Ronaldo when he came to Juventus in those 3 years. Really fair play to him. So yeah, that's the first thing which I have to say. I couldn't start today's live stream without giving my congratulations to him. So yeah, Aouar is official. Moving on to our new targets. Obviously, Indica is going to be the second one. The official statement, official video on Roma's Instagram will probably come in the next couple of days. I believe his medical checkups have been scheduled for the 15th of June, which, if I'm not wrong, is this Wednesday. Yes, it is. So yeah, we're starting to our new team is starting to take shape. But today I'm here to speak about Scamacca because Scamacca is leading the race as Roma potential new striker. Scamacca's in pole position in becoming Roma's new striker, and today I want to speak about him and how we have started contacts. So there has been an evolution in this situation because yesterday it was an idea which had been launched and confirmed by Gianluca Di Marzio. Today we've got a step more because contacts have started between the two sides. Let me quickly share this tweet from Niccolò Schira, Serie A transfer market expert. As revealed last February, Gianluca Scamacca would like to return to the Serie A. AS Roma and AC Milan have already talked with his new agent Jonathan Barnett for a loan with option to buy. West Ham had spent 36 million plus 6 million as bonuses last summer and are reflecting on possible options. So, we've started contacts. He himself wants to come back to the Italian league, and we're not the only team interested in him. Milan are interested in him as well. I have to be very honest with you. I'm gonna be dead honest here. Crude terms, raw material, Milan. Can you please fuck off? Can you please jog on? Every single deal we want to try and complete, these little Milan twat heads need to interfere in them. Oh my God, leave us alone. I understand that Roma and Milan are the two teams which are sanctioned the most by FFP. And you can tell this because the philosophy of the summer window is very similar. Our summer window philosophy is very close to Milan's. Maybe Milan have got more money to spend than us, but if we have free agents, and we've clearly seen this, Milan are onto them too. We wanted Tielemans, and Milan wanted Tielemans, and then he ended up at Aston Villa. We wanted Ndika, we want Ndika, Milan want Ndika. What's the last guy? Scamacca. We want Scamacca, Milan wants Scamacca. Jog on. Get your own deals sorted out and stop copying my homework. So yeah, that's something which I have to say. The philosophy is the same, but we need to be quick. We need to anticipate them, because these are all players which improve our team, and we don't want them to go in a team which next season could be big rivals when it comes to us. You know, I don't think next season, and as an honesty, full honesty here, I don't think next season we're going to compete for the league. I think next season is going to be about top 4, just like this one. I think neither Milan are going to compete for the league next season. I think next season it's going to be between many teams. I won't spoil my Serie A predictions right now. I mean, it's very early to say some predictions. But look, Milan could be our biggest rivals next season. And we can't be giving them players that we are interested in and want to sign. They need to get their own deals sorted out, and the players which we are interested in, we got to sort out without Milan interfering in them. Sebek, thank you very much for the super sticker. You are amazing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And yeah, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, get your opinions on Scamacca, and also get me your opinions on this Aouar thing. The fact that he spoke Italian, respect when gliding upwards when it comes to Aouar. Fair play to him. Get all of your opinions in the chat. We'll read them and all of that. Speaking about Scamacca, however, we've started the contacts. Obviously, he's a Roman boy. He's got Roman blood. Roma is his team. He's the team he's always supported. He used to play in our youth team. Buying Scamacca would kind of like bringing him home. Similar to Fratesi. But the first thing which I want to say, and kind of not say, but introduce, is he is, in terms of characteristics, he is probably one of the best players under Mourinho's style of play. Because he's tall with his, strong body type. He's tall. He's 195. That's very, very tall. That means that he's not only good with his headers if you're 195, but you're good when it comes to making yourself big in the box. Good on pressing. And I think pressing is key in 2023. Pressing is one of the most vital keys in football success. The more you press, the more you put pressure on that defense. And the more those defenders fall under pressure, the more they'll bottle it. And goals will come. He's also good when it comes to physical attributes. He's a great ball protector. And that's something which we lack. That's something which I have to be very honest with you. Tammy cannot do. I love Tammy, but Tammy is terrible at ball protecting. He's good when it comes to, skills and all of that, but Tammy's terrible at ball protecting. The good ball protector in our team is Belotti. You gotta give players fair play whenever they deserve it. Belotti's a good ball protector. Scamacca is another great ball protector. And another thing which he's good at is link-ups. Link-ups, which leads to goals. Now, people who maybe are skeptical about Scamacca joining for Roma is because they look back at this season at West Ham. And this season at West Ham, he scored 8 goals in all competitions, Conference League and Premier League. But if you base your knowledge on Scamacca this season, it's wrong to do so. Because Scamacca at Sassuolo last season scored 16 goals. 16 goals in a team like Sassuolo, which is a low middle table team. And he scored 16 goals in that team. He is a great goal scorer. So people who base their knowledge on Scamacca because of this last season, obviously I get that. He's also coming from a knee injury. But it's wrong to base our knowledge on Scamacca and our fully opinion on Scamacca based on this last season. Another reason why it's wrong to do so is because you can clearly see that Scamacca is not a West Ham type player. West Ham don't play good football. I'm not saying we do, but West Ham, and look, that Conference League final really suggests it. You know, West Ham won that game because Italiano's defensive horror came up to him during the night. How can you defend with your line of defense so high at the 90th minute? If it wasn't for that mistake, Fiorentina were dominating that game. West Ham don't play good football. And when teams don't play good football, you need ball protectors up front. You need strikers who ball protect. Mikel Antonio is the perfect striker for West Ham. And that is why 90% of the times this season, he's been prioritized over Gianluca Scamacca. Because not every striker suits in every team. Not every striker has the characteristics to play in every team. And that's completely normal. West Ham have got Mikel Antonio who suits the way they play. Obviously they'll choose him over Scamacca. So, I like Scamacca. I love, maybe not love, but I would really like Scamacca because apart from the fact that he will die for this team because he supports Roma, he's a Roman boy and all of that, he's someone which I think we need in terms of the way we play. Another thing about Scamacca is that he shoots powerful shots, something which the strikers in our teams in these last years don't do. Tammy does not like scoring with powerful shots. Belotti didn't even score in this area this season. We need someone who dominates. Obviously, there are better options than Scamacca up front, without a doubt. But you have to think about the base of everything when it comes to this summer window. And I might sound repetitive when I say this. To buy a dominant striker, you need money. Something which we are not in a position to spend. So getting him on loan is, in my opinion, a great deal. Another thing about Scamacca is this buying Scamacca is also, it kind of starts a legacy, right? Because you buy Scamacca and you've got a lot of dock players. When I say dock players, I mean passionate players. Players who support Roma. Because if you buy Scamacca, he's a Roman boy, supports Roma. Let's say we buy Frattesi. He's from Rome, supports Roma. You've got Pellegrini, he's from Rome, he supports Roma. You've got Bove, he's from Rome, he supports Roma. You've got Zalewski, he's not from Rome, but he supports Roma. So, if we buy him, are starting this new legacy in our team, which is buying players which would die for your own team. And look, in 2023, in this generation of football, not always passion buys you success. Because we're not in the 1970s anymore. You need talent and ambition, but mentality to kind of succeed in football these days. But as an image, I would, for example, love to see both Scamacca and Frattesi signed for my team. Because the more players you have who would sacrifice their life for the team, the more this team bonds even better together. And don't get me wrong, we're great bonds. This team is a family. It's united. When you've got players who die for the team, it's even more united. And again, I forgot to mention Mancini, who's probably the one who sacrifices him the most when it comes to love of the team. So I think another thing to speak about is this, if we buy him. The fact that we're buying players who are not just players, who are Roma fans, which play for Roma. And yeah, that's definitely something interesting to say. But yeah, let me get your fact. You know what? Let's do let's start the poll. Do you like Scamacca? Would you like Scamacca? Would you hate Scamacca? Let's see what people think. There we go. The alarm went off. He's getting your scooter! He's getting your scooter! Stop him! Stop him! No, I'm just kidding. There's no burglar in front of me. I don't know why the alarm went off. It's not my alarm. Right, let's start the poll. Would you like Scamacca? Yes? No. Go on vote. Right, let's read some comments regarding this. Again, let me know what you think and all of that. By the way, a lot of you in, so please smash the like button. Let's try and get, if every one of you guys smashes the like button, it would be great. Literally take 2 seconds. Costs zero assoluto, zero. So click it down below. Scamacca playing style fits us well, plus he's 6'5" and he wins the majority of his aerial duos. I agree. When it comes to his status up front, he's big. We're finally acquiring young players who have good price and wanted by other clubs too. They're great transfers. I agree. Another thing about Scamacca, which we didn't mention, which I think I touched on yesterday, he's the future of our national team. You know, we've got. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of Italian people here. Forget about Immobile. Our next striker is going to be him. So if we buy him, we're buying the next striker, the next gen striker of the Italian national team. Forget about Immobile. Immobile is finished. There is no need to start Immobile in national league games. Speaking about the national team, Italy against Spain this Thursday in the Nations League. Cristante against not Bove. Cristante against Gavi. That's something which you don't want to miss. Antonio had an interview recently and he basically said he doesn't fit David Moyes' system, but he's a top-class player. Not sure about Fratesi. He'd cost us 30 million if you include the 10 million that we'll be missing out on from our 30% from selling him to another. Look, I think I'm going to say this. If we buy Scamacca, I want Fratesi. If we don't buy Scamacca, I don't want Fratesi. That's my conclusion to things. Because don't forget that if we buy both of them, they're like brothers and they've linked up really well at Sassuolo. So you would bring a really good link up in your team if you buy both Scamacca and Fratesi. I agree, Simon. Scamacca is the perfect strike for us. He is my number one choice, says Eddie. Totally agree. Aouar is starting on the right foot. Forza Aouar, Scamacca. I hope he can be better than Tammy. Simo, rank your preference from first to last. Scamacca, Morata, Icardi, Nzola, Dia, Thuram. Yeah, look, they're first of all, before doing that, I'm just going to clarify one thing. There have been some rumors of us wanting Thuram and trying to entering the Thuram race. Thuram ain't happening. Too much competition on Thuram. Milan want him to. Surprise, surprise. Too much competition. Thuram won't happen. But if it is going to happen, let me rank the players for you. Right, I need a pen though, because I'm going to lose myself otherwise. So who do we have? I'd probably go... I'm going to put Nzola last just because he's more of a second striker than a first one. And a jump between Spezia to Roma is a very big jump. And it's not written in the stars that it's going to be a successful jump. I'm going to put Diaz second to last. Same discussion. He's a good player, but a jump from Salernitana to Roma is a big jump. And we don't have good records. You know, we are a team which, in the past, has been doing this every time. Buying players from lower middle teams, which kind of had incredible seasons. We bought them, and then they were they were terrible. And I've got so many examples. People remember Ibarbo had an incredible season with Cagliari. He scored like 30 goals. Came to us. Terrible player. Doumbia. had a great season with the team. We bought him a terrible player, useless player. Iturbe had a great season with Verona. New Messi. We bought him a terrible player. We are well known for buying these players which look like incredible players in these lower teams, and then when they come to us, they can't withstand the pressure and they flop. So I'm gonna put those two last because I'm scared that it could happen the same. I'm gonna put Icardi as third to last. I'm putting Thuram third. And it's between Morata and Scamacca first. When it comes to potentials and prospect, obviously Scamacca is better than Morata. And that's something which has to be said. So that's my ranking. Don't get me wrong, Simon, but you don't need all 11 diehard badge players on the team. That goes into being a passion merchant sometimes, like in Arsenal, for example. Yeah, I fully agree on that. That's why I said I think in these days it's good to have passionate players, but not all of them, because in these days you need mentality and talent prior to passion. Simon Fabrizio said that Pinto never contacted Tielemans as the player would have chosen us over Villa because we are in Europe with Mu and they are in Conference League. That is very poor from Pinto. Can you stop writing in cap locks? Please stop writing in cap locks. I think Nguyen do keeper. Huh? I think Nguyen do as keeper. What does that mean? I think we need a goalkeeper. I don't trust all goalkeepers. I think we do need a new goalkeeper, but I also think Rui Patricio is a player which Mourinho really likes. Aouar is amazing, so happy with him coming to Roma, and yes, he spoke so well. You could see he's excited and happy to be with us. Yep. Is there any chance to raise the 30 million without selling players? That's like that. I mean, I would love to answer that question, but it's like going, is there any chance of me to sell this if nobody wants to buy it? Do I have a chance to sell this notebook if nobody wants it? No, I don't. So that question kind of is self-explanatory. I mean, if we don't sell, how do we get the money? And again, it's not just 30 million which we have to make. It's 30 million of capital gain which we need to make. Why do you think he'll be bought? What are the indicators? Don't go raising our hopes. We have Tammy, Belotti, and the gun from Bodo. Well, Tammy's injured till 2024. Belotti we've seen, so we definitely need a new striker. And in fact, it's a big priority. AS Roma needs quality. Will the 30 million payment be happening next year also, or is it just to balance it from last season? I believe it's just this season. Yeah, right, let's see what the poll says. Let's see what you guys think. Would you like Scamacca or would you hate Scamacca? Go on. 76% say yes, and 24% say no. That's pretty good. So yeah. Bulai Dia, bel giocatore. Who will play at the midfield? Matic, Cristante, Bove, Pellegrini, Aouar. Wijnaldum's gone. We're probably gonna buy a new one, another box-to-box mid. Anyways, I think tonight is a big night when it comes to next season, because we will know the team which will be relegated following Cremonese and Sampdoria, and we will also know the team will get promoted. Bari apparently are going to get promoted instead of Cagliari because they've got an advantage. They're playing at home. Yeah, we need a Ranieri masterclass to see Cagliari in this area. But after 14 years, Bari could get promoted too. And obviously, on the other hand, we also have the team which could get relegated between Spezia and Verona. I think both of them are irrelevant teams. I really don't care who gets relegated. I don't like Verona, but at the same time, if Spezia gets relegated, I think the price tag for Nzola drastically decreases. I don't know. I couldn't care less. I'm way more interested in who gets promoted than who gets relegated. But yeah, look, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments your thoughts on this Scamacca deal, and also your thoughts on Aouar presenting himself, speaking Italian better than Cassano. And yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow. If you haven't already, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, click all of the things below, and I'll catch you very, very soon. Simon, out. Soy italiano, Romano de Roma.